Happy Sunday morning, everybody. I have no idea why I am up this early. I looked over the clock. It was 6:10 a.m. Laid in bed and trying to go back to sleep. Couldn't. Okay. Finished sixth last night. My God. I was running second and thought, I'm going to run second. Caution came out, and I don't know if my right rear tire sealed over or what, but I was no good. God almighty. One of those deals where you say to yourself, what happened? So it happens, and made a mistake. They reworked the track. And I looked at it, and they reworked it, and they put some water on it. I went back to my car, and I undone what I did to it. So when the track got slippery, I got these things that I do. It really makes my car competitive. But when they tore the track up and they watered it, they ran the next race. Now, Kenny Schrader ran the B mods. He was in the next race. It's a very tough division. And so they run around. They got 10 laps into it. And I thought, this thing's going to hold some stickum. We call it moisture. It's when they put water in the dirt. Makes it stick. And I ran back to my truck and trailer because I usually don't have much time. And I undid what I did. I knew when they dropped the damn green flag, I'm like, it's not peeling out like John Force. It's not going burp. And I got this feel that I feel, and it didn't do it. I knew I was in deep shit right then, but I said, well, I got to go. And so anyway, ran second, and they started attacking me. They started coming on the inside, on the outside. So I chose a groove and got that groove going. And anyway, fell to sixth. So that was that. Run sixth last night. Went from running second to sixth. I ran Lincoln, Illinois on Thursday night. And I was coming home at about 1 a.m. And I thought, well, I'll just listen on my phone to Herm and Schrader. It's a show that Kenny Schrader and myself do. We tape it on Mondays. It airs on Wednesday. And it's Dirty Mo Medium. I listen to myself, and I listen to Schrader, and I listen to Charlie Marlowe, and I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed of myself. It was the worst show I've ever listened to. I couldn't stop talking, and I repeat myself. I was fucking awful. Bothered me so bad. I saw Schrader at the races last night, and I said, hey, I need your help. He looked at me, and I said, I talk too much on our show, and I repeat myself. Schrader looks at me and goes, I was going to talk to you about that. You just repeat yourself so much. Schrader said that. So I don't get mad at myself. I say, why do I do that? I'm trying not to repeat myself right now. I almost think I'm probably wrong, but I think it's from growing up as a child and seeking attention. And I have this fear that people don't hear me. And maybe I need to say it again to hear myself. What do you think it is? I don't like to hear myself. I don't know what it is. So moving forward, I'm going to do my very best. Now, I'll say one thing. Most of my stuff is pretty good, or else we wouldn't be where we're at, right? So most of it's tolerable. But I feel like on Herm and Schrader, I feel like it's my job to always have the content, bring it up, serve the content up. So, for example, I might do something like, okay, Kenny Schrader, we're in Chicago. and Catherine Legge outqualified Corey Haim. Now, this was the same girl that everybody said does not deserve, to be a NASCAR, and she was bringing out cautions, and that's true. But now she's on a street course, and that's where she shines. This is where she's known from. And boy, did she. Qualified, outruns some boys, outruns some big guys. What do you think, Schrader? And then I would start repeating myself again before I serve the question up. So I would give my opinion, say, what do you think, Schrader? Then I repeat myself and then let him answer. Now, as I'm talking right now, I'm doing my very best to not repeat myself. Have I repeated myself yet? Okay. Have no idea why this happened. Had a dream last night, and I thought I'd bring this up because it happens. Years ago, I was desperate, literally desperate, and I worked my ever-living balls off to keep my NASCAR career going. And I always, not always, but, the sponsors were easy to get back in the heyday. It was like Studio 54, instead of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Studio 54 is this party joint up in New York in the day, and it's closed now. But when I was in NASCAR, for example, Square D came to my front door. Square D knocked on my front door and said, "Hey, I'm the regional rep. I'd like to sponsor you in NASCAR." $6 million. $6 million. Can you believe that? So my career goes on, and there's this company that supposedly carries expensive cars in these trailers, and they deliver them. And they lead me along, and I think it's real. And I go to the airport to pick them up, and nobody shows up. At that moment, I realized, holy I've been duped. Speaking of Schrader, I told Schrader about it. Schrader looked at me and his eyeballs got real big and he goes, "Oh, Hendrick had that happen to them." I said, "Rick Hendrick?" He goes, "Oh, yeah." Kind of started investigating it. Moral of the story, no matter what year it is, if somebody's good enough, they can lead you along. So good that you believe them. But then here I am wondering, what makes a person do that? Somebody seeking attention, but they're sick a little bit. They're a little sick in the head. Be careful, everybody. It's like getting that phone call and somebody leading you along and you've won $1 million. Oh, really? Well, what do I got to do? All you got to do is give me your bank account, your credit card number, your social security. All right. Respond right here, everybody. Do I repeat myself too much? Do I talk too much? That's what I listened to. Now, maybe it was a bad show. I know it was horrible. So I'm going to be better. Catherine Legge. I slipped that in there. That girl, she shined at the street course up there in Chicago. She made the race. She kicked Corey Haim out of the race. And of course, have you ever been duped? Have a great, great Sunday.